Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chatting Blues. Before we get into tonight's episode, could you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment in the comment section. A big thank you for everyone that's subscribed, everyone that's left comments, everyone that's liked my previous videos, and it's forming into a nice little football community. And it's not just Blues fans, it's other fans. We've had a lot of Sunderland fans, a lot of Coventry, a lot of West Brom fans, all with pretty much and Leeds fans as well. Do you know what I mean? All really, really sensible. Do you know what I mean? And I did check my thingy to see what kind of age group are tuning into this channel, and it's ages between like 30 and 65 to 70. So it's all very sensible. Do you know what I mean? We haven't got like kids coming on and giving it the big end and all that caper. So Blues have got John. I was going to say John Hughes said Tony Mowbray over the line, and he's managed over 800 games today, and I'm just relieved, man. That this Rooney 15. It didn't need to happen, did it? It realistically didn't need to happen. Gary Cook shouldn't have employed him, and it's just 15 games through down the down the drain basically. But listen, we've just got to get over it, and Mowbray is a perfect appointment for me. Obviously, I would have preferred Cooper, but, like I said, Cooper's going to hold out for a Premier League job. So let's pick through a few bits. This is from Blues. If you haven't seen it, then go on to Blues' website. I actually remember him playing for Middlesbrough. He's a great defender. We're going to have a quick scout through how he's been doing as a manager. Do you know what I mean? So the Baggies, West Brom, in the 2006 season, he took over West Brom and got them to fourth. It was a season when we finished second, and they lost out to Derby in that season in the playoff final. Playoff semi-final, sorry. It does say semi-final there. Yeah, I remember it now. And the following season, he kind of re-galvanised them and then went on to win the championship the following season. This is a manager what leaves teams in better states, he really does, man. So from there, he went to Celtic, done really well at Celtic, and then spent a little bit of time at Middlesbrough, delivering 2 top-half championship finishes at the Riverside during his 3 years in office. Again, I don't think he got sacked from that position. Had a little spell away, then he returned to management at Coventry City for 1.5 year spell between March 2015 and 2016. And once he had staved off relegation to Sky Bet League 2, he took them to the high of 8th position whilst being responsible for the development of many young players, namely Adam Armstrong and James Maddison. Coventry were a shambles and they was in League 2. And this is nice to see, Adam Armstrong and James Maddison. It's music to my ears that he's interest. He can develop young players. Okay, so having guided the Sky Blues during a turbulent period, he inherited. So he moves on to Ewood Park now, Blackburn Rovers. So we're getting a little bit current. February 2017, he was given the sizable task of lifting Blackburn Rovers out of the bottom 3. So he moves in February, so he's got a few months left. Despite taking points in 10 of their 15 remaining matches and winning at Brentford on the final day, relegation by a goal difference could not be avoided. However, so Blackburn get relegated. Mowbray hits the reset button and led Rovers to an automatic promotion from Sky Bet League 1 at the first time of asking, with 2 games to spare, amassing a 96 points in the process. And there he is picking up the Sky Bet League 1, and and obviously there with West Brom. So this is a manager what just leaves teams in better. He doesn't really get. He's been sacked a couple of times. Like we'll have a look at Sunderland one. So critically, then he stabilised the club back in the Championship, developing a fluid attacking unit that were outscored by just 4 teams in 2021 and would finish 8th the following year. So he gets them up, and they finish 8th. Do you know what I mean? That would be his 5th and final campaign in Lancashire, departing upon his expiration of his contract. How many managers see out their contracts? This is really rare. I think this is a really good appointment, man. Mowbray's. So we're getting really current now. Moving on to Sunderland. Mowbray made a homecoming to the North East that August. So beginning of last season, I think it was August the 30th, and you'd miss a transfer window. Alex Neil left for Stoke, didn't they? Joining Sunderland following the departure of Alex Neil, and took a youthful Black Cat squad to the playoffs, only to be eliminated by eventual winners Luton Town. He departed the Stadium of Light last December with the team just 3 points shy of the top six, having claimed his last win at the helm over Birmingham City on Armistice Day. And there's been loads of Sunderland fans in the comments, and they was all gutted. Honest to God, they was all gutted that he left. It was a mutual kind of thing where the owners just wanted him out basically because he never had a striker. Do you know what I mean? He never had a striker last season, and he never had a striker this season. And this is where the fluid attacking comes from. These front four, he mainly plays a 4-2-3-1, and it just suits our players down to the ground, lads. It really does. It's a formation used, so it's not unalien to us. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of like. Ruddy in goal, Cody Drama right back, Sanderson. How pleased I was to see Kevin Long back. Fucking now, these two partnered up, Sanderson, Long, Buchanan left back. What a signing he's been. Get these partnered back up, Bielik and Sunjic. And then we've got options. His fluid the counter attack, which he mentioned in the article. We've got Anderson back now, Dembele. Get Miyoshi back in that 10. We've got James and Bakuna who can play on that right hand side and can play in the middle if either of these get injured, or whether he chooses to drop James in instead of Sunjic. He might not want two kind of ball winning midfielders. You never know. And Stansfield, hopefully we'll keep hold of Stansfield to the end of the season, kind of making these runs and just being really fluid this front four, because realistically, I don't really want to see us playing out from the back that too often. And I think Tony will come in and he'll see what he's got to work with, and he'll see that we're not comfortable playing out from the back, and we'll just do a very similar thing what John Eustace did. Hopefully we'll be solid to at the back and deadly when we're going forward. That's the name of the game, innit? So let me have a quick look. So I just want to have a quick look at his points per game. So Sunderland, we'll have a look at his recent one, 65 games. So he had a whole of last season, and he had up until December just gone, right? 65 games, points per match, 1.46. Now that's massive. That will get you into the top 6. Do you know what I mean? He got into the playoffs last season without a striker. Ross Stewart got injured, if I recall. Very early on, about September, and they played with a false 9. So some Sunderland fans will let me know on that if I'm correct in that. But the whole of last season and the majority of this season, Blackburn, he was there for 267 games, picking up a 1.47 again. Great. These are great points per match. Honest to God, look at our last gaffers. Do you know what I mean? That in fact, give me 1 second. I'm going to show you something. So we're talking about 1.4, aren't we? So here, look. If you look, Rooney 13%, Eustace 33, Bowyer 28, Cranker 21, Pet Clotet 27, Gary Monk 32, Tony Mowbray's 41.26. Like I said on the last video, that will get you a top 6 finish. Do you know what I mean, lads? And all right, it might not be. In fact, it probably won't be this season. Do you know what I mean? But I'm really hopeful for next season, put it that way. I am. Give him a little bit of dough. Let him get his own players in and just let him do his thing. Do you know what I mean? Just sit back and let him do his thing. The next 5 fixtures, so we've got 2 home games coming up now. Got a home game against Swansea, and then on the Tuesday, Saturday, and then on the Tuesday we've got Hull at home. So, you know, there's points to be picked up. We matched Hull all over the park on Saturday, so I can't see why we can't win that game. Oh, that's it in the FA Cup, isn't it? I didn't even realise that. Yeah, because we got beat by Hull, didn't we, under Rooney? So FA Cup, you know, that'll be a chance to put some of our kind of youth players. Let's see, maybe Junior Dixon, or you know, it gives him a chance to see some other players. And then we go away to Stoke. I really want to go to this. I've been the last 2 or 3 seasons to Stoke. In fact, my mate just messaged me, asked if I'm going to that. So I'll be after a ticket for that Stoke game. And then we've got Middlesbrough at home and West Brom away. And, you know, it's completely changed. I'm so optimistic now. I really am. Let's have a quick look at the league table before I finish this. Give me 1 second, guys. Right, so have a look at the league table. Because I'm not saying like we can get in the player. I'm just going to have a look now, because you never know, do you? You know, you never know, because look what Cooper done with Forest. Do you know what I mean? So Sunderland are 6th on 40 points, and we are 20th on 20. So we're 12 points off. We're 12 points off, and we are 6 points. I mean, we've got we've got to get a few wins just to move away, and this league this season is so tight. Do you know, you just wonder if we hadn't pulled the trigger on Johnny Eustace, where we would have been. You know, so if we'd have picked up another 10 points, which, you know, realistically we probably would have. So how many are we on? 28, 38 points. We'd have been 8th. We'd have been 8th with an extra 10 points. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, listen, we just got to get behind him now. I think we all need to come together, put our differences apart. I mean, there wasn't very. I don't know a Blues fan that wanted Rooney to be appointed, if I'm being honest. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, we've all got to just put that behind us and start being a little bit more positive now, and get out, if you can, get yourself down to the game on Saturday and give Tony a big welcome. And yeah, I'll leave it there anyway. It's only a quick one, lads. And if you can, do me a massive favour, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment in the comment section. All have a great day, great night, and keep right on.